All in for Root. Well, that being said, Root has actually been performing really well. I think when we're looking at Root, he's the type of player that when he's actually really good, he's really, really good. Or when he's bad, he's really, really bad. Like, he absolutely put in work against Cruiser the other day and actually had a really good game against Tian as well. Called this first time right? Fuck off. Dude, the entire thing was actually supposed to start in like 20 minutes and I was just lazing around in bed. Then suddenly I got pinged and said, oh, let's start now. Then threw the schedule out the window, so we're gonna go by ear now. And this is where we are, just why the colors were fucked up. Shut up, Nate! So we got Ed starting on bottom right. Ed is gonna stay red, I think, throughout most of the series that we see today. And then Root's gonna start on top left. Balf arrive? I'm not sure where Balf is. Get a drink. Is Balf here? I don't know. I haven't seen him in quite a while. Hey, Twinkleeb. Thank you very much. Twinkleeb? Twinklebee. Thank you very much for the follow. Alright, got the drone targeted. Ooh, good control of Ed. Oh, someone bet 10 points. Right. That voice says that. So drone targeted once again here. Root is gonna opt for a second drone after the first one gets killed pretty easily. But one minute getting drone from Roots. 1, 2, 3, 4 minus. Got 4 each. Fifth coming on now. We should be seeing a fifth here. And I'm wondering who will transition to Rhino first. Is it gonna be... I'm expecting Ed to transition to Rhinos first. So this is 7 out from Root. Oh, never mind. Root opts for, or he does go for Rhinos first. 2010, yeah. Forgive me if I'm stretching and everything. I'm pretty tired. Sorry. You're good. Oh, and Root's getting that late minor drone. So we got 2 wars for each player. The random numbers are pretty even. Root's long distance for those gems is a little bit later. Ed's oh, actually they're pretty even. I thought Ed got it a lot earlier. And Root did. Stretch these nuts. Ah, thank you, Ronin. You know, there's actually a lot more sound alerts. Excuse me. I have down bottom. Unfortunately, it has to be paid with bits because it's a lot more, it's almost spicy if it's a huge fight happening down in mid here. Root's tank control is absolutely amazing to sort of target in this the Rhinos down at the front line. But I think Root probably got away with that engagement. Yeah, I mean, look at Root's positioning here. Absolutely dominant down in mid. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 war factories now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minus. And he's gonna move towards the top here. Berg! Oh, never mind. He's gonna move mid. Okay. Okay, Root, I see you. So 9 minus out of Root. He's prepping for a split here. At 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Ed's ahead with a minor. Ed ahead on the minor, but Root's gonna be ahead on eco here after getting the mid gem. He's gonna engage down up the top as well. On top of Ed's base, he absolutely out-tanks Ed there. Sentry guns are gonna go down. Twinklebee, what's up, dude? Welcome to the channel. You're about to see a huge engagement here. There was actually a huge engagement, but the production for both players are pretty even. Root's on 4 war factories, but Ed's on 5. And based on the way Ed is set up right now, he's absolutely waiting for Root to push in and play on the counter attack. There you go, that's a 5th Warfare entry from Root. Root trying to catch that miner off guard, but it's gonna be met with a lot of rhinos there. Unfortunately for Ed, it's not enough rhinos for him to deal with that. Root trying to push him down to his bottom as well. Central guns available for Ed to push back Root's advancement here. Oh, very late on the reinforcements there for Roots. Ed is in a lot of trouble here. Warfare is gonna go down. No central guns available for Ed. He is down on Broke here. Not expanding towards the top right hand side of the map. He opts for another War Factory before selling his. So that's about another 1.5 or to 3k in the bank. Roots, after moving mid, has moved all the way to his bottom left as well. So his eco is absolutely stable for the next minute or so down towards the late game. Excuse me. So Ed is in a lot of trouble here. Selling that MCV on a whim means that he is on a ticking timer here. And he also want to split down on bottom left, being on the tank. Obviously that's really great, but Root does not see the split at all. He absolutely does not see the split ready from Ed. So Root gonna lose his MCV there, but Ed losing a lot of miners and rhinos down on the front lines. So it comes to a base rate here. Root, can he micro all 3 units at once here, all 3 groups at once? It's looking to be not, or rather a lack of here. Drones coming up for Ed. Root's only hope here is to take out as many miners as he can while getting drones of his own to deny Ed his investment down in his own base. It looks to be really good for Root here. Ed's going low on eco, very low, so he won't be able to produce drones anymore. Elite coming out for Root as well. He's gonna combine all of his forces down back in base. Root definitely wants to keep that lead alive. But Root is definitely taking a besting Ed here. It's not something you say every day.
Player defeated.
And there you go, down Ed goes. 1-0 to Root. Woody play for Root now. Woody doesn't play after midnight. And it's 15-1 here. I'm on the same time zone as Woody. Alright, path more traveled. Oop, 3. So we saw Ed play Marco here, or SVS, I believe. Yeah, it was an SVS. And Ed's build here was pretty straightforward. He went 0, spammed out refineries at the back of that, and then pressured down on Marco in top right. And towards mid as well. He grabbed his paradrap actually pretty late as well. He went a very low number of miners, that's for sure. He went 1-0. From what I saw, he went or from what I remember, actually went 0. Oh no, his memory could be fuzzy. And what's definitely fuzzy is Root's memory here. There you go. Grab that oil, buddy. Same map as previous series. They can play any map from the April QM map pool. Drones coming in. Oh! Good maneuver out of Roots. So yeah, Ed did go 1. And Roots is opting for 0 actually. So he's gonna hope to do a Marco here, drone a miner, and follow up with it. I'm not sure where his drone is. There he is. So Root's drone down on top right. Oh no, Ed not killing the barrel. He might lose an oil here. Root reinforcements coming in, so he won't be able to push back the rhinos, but to no avail there, Root. But that was definitely an opportunity to snipe the oil from Ed. The Root now second war down in mid. Looks like it's a repeat here. Both Finnish players taking mid and Ed allowing it to happen. I'm pretty sure Ed probably has a reasoning why he doesn't go for mid. More often than not, you always see players contesting in mid and not allowing their opponent to actually take mid control at all. It's especially deadly when it comes to the late game when both players are teched up and have Kirovs and ICs readily available, and especially when the all of the ore back in your base has depleted. Yeah, and going another war factory here. He is on 3 minus to 3 war factories, so he might just build a 4th or a 5th and then selling it. Him and Miko is always doing the same stuff over and over again. There's a 4th. Where's the sell? He can't keep up this eco here, or he might be waiting for him to hit 0 before selling. So that's gonna keep up his production, but the eco is not gonna last that long, even with the MCB cell. It's finally hitting broke. He did get rid of the paradrap from roots, but Ed is just back and forth between the paradrap and mid here. Production is really good for Ed. He does have a superior number of rhinos. LCV has not been sold yet. Root getting some sentry guns up after selling their forward wall factory. And how's Ed Micro here? How is Ed's Micro to target the rhinos? It's absolutely amazing. And Root calling GG immediately. Just quitting the game straight away. That's 1 all. Alright. Third game we're seeing here, 1 all so far. I remember why I hate this map, because of this stupid cyclic amplifier sound. Anyways, we're on City Under Siege. Map pretty similar to Path More Traveled in the sense that it's really it's like it's two-sided, right? And both players often go tech here more often than not. So they'll grab their back tech. They're gonna wall up across the fence here and then build their lab and IC near the oils. It will beat, albeit it will make the tech and super weapons a lot more vulnerable, because if you kill the oil, the chain reaction is gonna blow up the rest of the buildings nearby. But it will be a lot more protected, and the only way you can get around it is with a Kirov. So the one thing I absolutely hate about this map is getting your build orders right. It's pretty tough to do so, but flag drone coming in from both players here. Obviously you can't just move your drones across through the bunkers available, so players opt for the flag drone. So we're gonna see the drone coming in here for both players. Drone out, so Root's drone does go down, but Ed's drone gets into the miner. Thankfully he just built that refinery, so he will be able to get a service depot to save it. Oh, Ed going with another one? Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna go for another drone here. Oh, he might go for an NG. It's by the or an Ivan. It's by the barracks, so something's definitely gonna come out of there. You call that a tactic? He is gonna offload the Ivan. So Root's in a little bit of a pickle here. He's goes for a radar. Ed did have that radar up a lot earlier to get that Ivan out. Where's that Ivan going here? Ed is gonna push in with that Ivan as well, so it's a little bit of a distraction here. Gonna try and get the miner out of the way. That Ivan's gonna go for the oils. No sentry guns at all. It does get squished, but one oil there does get the bombed. Kaboom! Down it goes. So Root's left with 2 oils now, and the rhinos coming in. That distraction does go down as well. Root should be able to mount a counter attack here. He does have a good number of rhinos. If he just pushes in all the way through. Could have gotten a couple here, but obviously I do have observer's vision. And they don't. So players might not see what I see. Root might be thinking that it has a couple of a lot more units than he has right now, so which is why it's not pushing in. But Root is gonna make a pathway towards bottom right. Probably hoping a miner will be there so he can snipe it out the way. Unfortunately, they are not available. He is gonna use the 2 rhinos as scout though. So getting a rough idea of where everything is. The first hero coming out here from Root, he also has the IC up. And Root Scout around the back is still alive. Ed's eco is not doing too great here. He is on 3 minus. Root is on 3 as well. Perhaps the Ed opted for that Ivan with a flag and Desos as well. So his eco is taking a little bit of a toll. Both players actually need to bump up their eco a little bit. Sells the radar their Roots, but they are where they need to be with the refineries. So Kirov out for Ed as well. That Kirov will probably be used to take out the bunker. Or it's gonna go diving straight for that MCV or the power here. So 1 flat cannon, couple of others as well. It's gonna go for the power. It's gonna delay the IC. Meanwhile, Ed's gonna push him down on top left. There it goes through 2 bunkers. A lot of smoking rhinos there. IC gets popped off for a Root with a split down and bottom right. He brings in his miner as well for some reason. Oh, that's not his miner. That's a little bit of an overlap there. So the split round from Ed down in mid as well on the left here. Root's flag is gonna go down. The damage that Root is doing now, he almost got the lab out of the way. He did get the lab out of the way. The rhino hiding behind the building there, eventually dying to the radiation.
Player defeated.
And Ed quitting out immediately after losing so much there. And that's gonna be 2-1 to Root currently. Bam! Alright, Root on match point 2-1. And Ed opts for Desert Island, where Root goes for America. So immediately I'm thinking Ed is gonna keep out the pressure and try to do what he did against Marco on Caverns. And I am very, very much expecting a mid-rush here by Ed after that first War Factory. Knowing his playstyle and how he plays, he loves aggressiveness, especially in 2v2s. He 90% of the time he does go 0. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Sander, exactly. That's what I'm expecting as well. Fucking hell. Root's definitely one of the players that can play a very mean Allied and Soviet at the same time. I mean, Ed as well is the same. This is probably the same thing. And there you go. Exactly the right prediction. Ed is gonna move his MCV for mid straight after that War Factory. Root surely has to realize what Ed is doing by now, either through the scouts or just through pure knowing of who Ed is and how his playstyle is. So middle move by Ed. Root goes for the AFC after the War Factory, so no second ref. And Ed is gonna go 1 miner from the War Factory here. What is in that flag? I don't think there's anything in there. Probably just to bait out some... Oh, never mind, there's a drone in there. So it's probably to bait out something, but it looks like Root is gonna move towards mid as well after getting that ref onto the gems here. So he does have a couple units in. I think he wanted to bait that drone out. And with a forward ref here, that's gonna be good for fodder and for Connie's. Yeah, I pooped the drone out. So here's the thing, if Root wants to push towards middle, he will be very vulnerable on this right hand side here. Ed immediately going for the split, and Root is gonna push in as well. Who will be the most damaged here? Ed is gonna go for the War Factory. That's gonna push Root back a lot here. The MCV does get sold anyway. War Factory down for Root. He does not have any production left here, so Rhinos are gonna be a no-go. Root is gonna go for Ed's War Factory now as well. He's not halting it. That's a good man right there. Ed is gonna pull back, and no War Factory available for Ed now. All Root has to do is defend, and Ed calls GG anyway. It's gonna be 3-1 to Root. Oh dear God. What a boss Root is. Beating Ed, Root, the 13th ranked player, actually beating Ed, I believe was the 5th or 4th ranked player. What an upset here. Well played by both players, especially Rootman, 3-1.